Hello everyone, this is me, MD Serajun Nabi, and corresponding author Shahinaz Ismail, School of Computing and Informatics, Al-Bukhari International University. The title, Securing Access to Education for Underprivileged Children in Bangladesh, an exploratory review on feasible technology. Introduction. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, in their Article 26, stated that everyone has the right to education. Elementary education shall be free and compulsory. Children's rights include political, demographic, social, legal, cultural, economic, and environmental components. Despite the belief on these rights, there are groups of people in our community who are denied these rights. Reason: the social and cultural environment where they live. People under poverty, being disabled, or being born as women. Another group of people who become the victim of society and being denied the right to have safe access to education in some parts of the world. The underprivileged group of people lived with their capacity providing social services, the sex workers. Problem statement. Between 60,000 and 100,000 people are reported to be employed in sex labor in Bangladesh. More than 20,000 children with the highest risk of deprivation, abuse, HIV transmission, and trafficking by other people have an extremely limited chance of receiving formal education. The identity of being born with the tag of child of sex worker has dire effect on the socio-psychological growth and of the child. Being denied secure access to education, being working in brothels themselves, victims of power structures in their communities and in society at large. Situation expose them to inhuman living conditions, including everyday violence. The objectives of this paper: to review the previous articles related to the challenges faced by children of sex workers, access to education in developing countries, and getting access to education using technology that is feasible for children. The purpose: to understand how technology could help in breaking that cycle of social victimization. Challenges faced by the underprivileged children. Traditional sex workers' children are frequently abused and discriminated against at school by students from other groups. Prefer escalation over social interaction, affect psychologically, making them demotivated to attend formal education, feel that education is not that important anymore. Educational experience had been negative. If having difficulty with a lesson, some teachers do not offer much time to guide them through the learning process. Access to education in developing countries. As you can see on the screen, the first is availability, accessibility, acceptability, and adaptability. If I talk about this, international appeals have underlined the need for universal access to meaningful education, and Bangladesh was not left behind in being enthusiastic towards the proposed framework. Under the right to education, it is stated that educational institutions and facilities have to be available and sufficient quantity, accessible to everyone without discrimination, in the form of substance of education, have to be acceptable to both students and parents in terms of relevance, culturally appropriate and of good quality, and the education has to be adaptable to the needs of changing societies and responding to the needs of students with their diverse social and cultural settings. Unfortunately, but not unacceptably, children from low-income families are significantly less likely to attend school than those from more affluent families in the majority of those nations. with the notable exception of Uzbekistan, which has a long history of promoting universal education. In Pakistan, the rich-poor divide between children aged 6 to 14 who attend school and those who did not was 49 percentage point in the early 19th century, compared to 52 percentage points in Senegal and 63 percentage points in Morocco. In nations like Bangladesh, Ghana, and Indonesia, the disparity is less but is still substantial. Technology is seen as a way to make education available, accessible, acceptable, and adaptable. In developing countries, especially for the vulnerable and underprivileged group of learners, the challenge of integrating digital technology into teaching and learning is twofold. While online distance education expands access to a wide range of subject and topic information access boundaries, technological access is a problem not only between countries but also within them. While increased penetration might help to reduce intra-country disparities, some of the most frequent educational technology inputs are unlikely to reach the poorest people in developing nations. In nations like Mexico and Peru, 94% of households in the top income quintile have access to computers at home, while only around 10% of all households in the poorest income quintile have access. Discussion on feasible technology. Securing access to education. Ensuring safety from being harmed by society during access to education. Feasible technology. How technology can be made feasible to the underprivileged children so that the education can be made available, accessible, acceptable, and adaptable. As you can see on the screen, there is 4 schema that I already mentioned. Availability, the context is the school will be available and how to make it feasible. Public funding, then crowdfunding, online donation. Technology solution, online platform for crowdfunding and online donation. For the accessibility, this is compulsory and how to make it feasible, free of charge. And technology solution, online platform for linking tasks assigned and completed with points. So this all 4 schema is related with how to make it feasible and the solution of technology. The online platform for secure access to education. The idea behind this solution, as you can see in the screen, this idea get all noble people to on board in ensuring the rights to education is fulfilled and nobody is left behind in getting education. We can see here there is 3: teacher, learning child, and the donor. The teacher able to volunteer or paid by hours, teaching online and offline. For the rewards for teacher, self-paced teaching, points for social responsibility and recognition. For the learning child, the underprivileged children, able to learn online and offline, access to materials, communicate with teacher. Rewards, self-paced education, points for attendance and task completion, and also at the end of year certification. For the donor able to view required resources, funds with amount for resources. The rewards for donor, points for social responsibility, possible tax relief, and recognition. Conclusion. The situation that the children of sex workers are facing in real life, especially in having safe and secure access to education, pain point is due to the social pressure, victimized just because they were born from rural areas and live in poverty. illiterate or have little experience with secondary education. How if not receiving a proper education, more likely to engage in criminal activity, also follow in their mother's footsteps into prostitutions. Children's education may play a critical role in improving their lives as well as their families, could alter the attitude and behavior patterns of the children, allowing them to assimilate into mainstream society, can be used as a weapon to defend themselves from conditions in which they live. To help sex workers' children improve their lives, secure access to education is the first step, and feasible technology could be implemented to enable this. Thank you so very much.